like. Anyways, green is my color. And so is blue. It's Earth, okay? I am Gaia. We are the extension of this essence. And I wanted to get this on video. Yeah, I always cut myself short. Anyways, I wanted to share this little thing tonight. And, yeah. So whether or not I post it, honestly, I don't even know if I want to post this. But if I do, then I guess it'll just be up there. But my experience, everything is just energy. Like, I'm just thinking on like how everything is just so, everything in life is just such a sequence. I was saying earlier, like, it's already written, but that's not quite it. So now it finally comes to me once I'm now into it. It's the fact that it is all it's magnetizing. So it's just like moving around, vibrating, working the energy. Your magnet is activated. Really, we're always doing this, right? So you can literally magnetize. We're magnetizing everything we desire. This is on a bigger scale. This is manifestation, but again, and I was calling it manifesting from the now. I talked about this probably like a year or two ago. It's on my YouTube page, Manifesting from the Now. And I feel like they should totally have the little thing where you can type it in under the person's videos, and I'll give you the name, you can type it in, it sends you to the video. So that way you don't have to scroll. Come on, YouTube, update. But anyways, I literally was just in the store, and I was trying to get this coconut water, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the coconut water, because why the freak not? Okay, so initially I was paid. It's not like it was a crazy amount. You know, I do my due diligence. I got paid a little bit, and I was able to get some ingredients to make dinner, and I'm finna slay in this kitchen. I'm finna slay. And I was like, okay, I got what I needed, but I was like, no, I'm not leaving without this coconut water. I went back into the store. I'm like, okay, literally I had $9 left over in change. I'm like, I'm just gonna go home, and maybe figure it out tomorrow as far as the other liquids that I wanted. Yeah. And I'm so freaking tired of prioritizing, okay, I have to do foods only and not dessert, or, liquids only. And I'm just like, I walked my black ass, and I'm just walking around just feeling, I love people. I've been in a little bit of my shell. I finally get to go to the store and talk to people. I'm complimenting the women. I'm just letting all the women know how beautiful they are. And that's my frequency. That's my vibration, right? And I'm just going wherever I've talked. Again, this is another video I talked about, using your body as a pendulum. Again, you can find that shit on my YouTube, scroll. Yeah, and using your body as a pendulum, and how you're basically not thinking about shit. Like, oh my gosh, this is so important for women. Women, this is important for us. Don't think yourself into a hellhole. That takes away your magnetic power. That takes away your magical essence. That fairy like magical, delicious, glorious Venus, Aphrodite energy dwindles a bit when you're thinking too much. You already have pre-written this shit. The universe is yours. Your womb literally guides you. I'm like, push and pull me to the orgasmic yeses. Orgasmic yeses. We deserve orgasms. Back-to-back orgasms. Not just in the bedroom, but this is how we should be living our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took my ass back in that store. I'm like, it's been good vibes all night. I've been meeting cool people. Some lady, I made a sell in the store. We're not supposed to do that. But I go with employees or not, and I do what I have to. I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? She bought a piece off me, which was cool. And mind you, I undersold myself. Like, she said all she had was a 20. Really, I was kind of shooting for enough to get my ice cream, which was like maybe 10. Really it was 6, and then it was buy one, get one. And I was just like, girl, just enough to get what I need to get. She had beautiful lives. I'm like, you're absolutely beautiful. Girl, I make jewelry. She's like, I have a 20. I'm just going to give you a 20. And I'm like, and I have some beautiful, cool pieces after I took that 20. And she was like, okay, let me see. Showed her some pieces. She really wanted the cowrie shell. I didn't fix the cowrie shell piece that I had. I need to. She wanted it. I'm sorry, girl, I forgot to fix it. I was like, okay, I'll take this one. She took a good piece that I would have usually sold for 25. But she only had 20. I'm like, okay, it's cool. But you see how the universe, this is the thing that was getting me in my head about sequence. If she would have had the 25, like if I would have really sold it for what it was worth, what I originally had in my mind already about it, I would have had enough to get this. And I would have been able to walk out with everything in this. But you see, God had other plans. The universe, God, source, there was their spirit was pushing me and pulling me to go talk to these people. It was 4 people. They look like they could be some of my family members, but we all kin. You know what I'm saying? This lady had this gorgeous hair. I saw like 10 minutes prior, 10 minutes, 15 minutes prior. I saw this lady's hair, but I was on a mission to get my stuff. Before I even grabbed my stuff, I saw her hair, beautiful gray hair braided into these beautiful double braids, y'all. The little braids that go down like this, doubled up on each side, and all gray. And she had the little jinglies. She's gorgeous. When I didn't say it like I first wanted to. Express your heart. That's how you manifest. Express your heart. And when I came back, when Spirit pulled me back to them, when she was talking to this other lady and 2 other guys, they all had gold on. That's where the fuck I'm going. You know, like the universe, like that's where you're going. And he had like these gemstones, and like they all had gold. Old heads, y'all. Old heads. And I had to check him, okay? Because I was like, okay. Spirit was like, grab both of them. I'm like, so I don't know why. So it don't have to make sense. Just follow the pull. If you feel it, that's the truth. I was like, I don't know why, but I feel like I can get both. I came back in the store just like, okay, I can get this one because this one was on sale for $7. I would have $2 left. But this is the one I want. It would include me asking someone, hey, you got $2? I'm like, but at this point, it all just shut down. I'm just like, I'm grabbing both of them at this freaking point. I walk back in here. I'm giving good vibes. You know, I'm just being myself. And I walk back, I go forward, and then this guy has all of this stuff. You see the sequence of every single thing that happens. He has like a ton of shit, and all I have is this one thing. Literally, I had only this, and I was like, okay, I'm not saying this line. I feel the strong pull. The pendulum swings me back to those people that I first was having self-conscious thoughts of talking to, but like, I was just like, I was like, nah. And I go back to them. That's when I go and I grab both of these. I take both of them and I walk and I was like, excuse me, y'all. I just wanted to say, hey, y'all look like some of my kin. And I just wanted to say, hey to y'all. I feel like we got, again, I said, I want to say, hey to y'all. Y'all look like some of y'all kin. Y'all some of my kin. And plus I like their jewelry, but I didn't actually say it out loud. And I just wanted to say, lady, I saw your hair earlier. The gray, the braids, absolutely beautiful. The gray looks good on you. And she's like, thank you so much. She's like, and then she said something else, but she was like, thank you. And I was just like, and he was like, and then the guy butted in and he was like, it ain't that. And he had a whole bald spot talking about something. It ain't that good. And he was trying to make a joke, but I'm like, nah. I was like, no. I was like, don't listen to him. I say, you are beautiful. It looks good on you. You are a goddess. And that's the other lady behind her. I said, you're a goddess too. And it was like, and it was all smiling. And I was just like, y'all have a beautiful night. And it was like, thank you. And then when I go back in line, the guy that's in front of me has 1 bottle of wine. He puts it on there, right? And I'm just so supreme, bitch. I'm just so supreme. And I just have these. And he was like, go ahead and put your stuff up there. And I was like, no, I can hold it. He's like, no. He's like, you can just put it up there. There's room for you. And he's like, you don't have to hold it. He's like, you can have whatever you want. He looks at me and says that. And I was like, thank you. I haven't heard this from someone else in a long time. I've been telling myself this. You know, ancestors been telling this. God has been telling me this. But hearing it out of another human, it's been a long time. So tell me I can have whatever I want. Thank you. And then we started talking. He looked at my... he looked at my cowrie shells, like, those are cool shells. And I was like, oh yeah, these are cowrie shells. And he glitched a little bit. This is what happens when you're a goddess and you're in your Venusian. And definitely cowrie, this is your MUAH. We're heavy. And like, he looked and he was just like, do they have a significant meaning? I'm like, oh, he's actually interested. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and I told him like, this is heavy MUAH. It's a very ocean energy. It's very like, you know, I didn't go into like the abundance prosperity, but I told him like the little bit I know. Again, he's checking out, like he's about to buy, and my brain clicked. And I was just like, I'm not letting this, like I was about to like shove it in there and just like ask, but again, this is just to show you like there's no desperation. Like what's for you is for you, and it comes how it comes. You know what I'm saying? Like you go where the pendulum swings, like I said. And then I was just like, I knew exactly what I was doing. Once I was like looking in his eye and he asked about the spiritual significance of my cowries, and then he showed me, he put something in his pocket. That's what stopped me. I was about to like ask, and he had put something in his pocket. No, the cashier was talking to me, and then he talked to me, and it stopped me from pretty much asking. I didn't have to ask. He ended up buying both of them. Like, I really had enough for this, and I was going to, like, put this back. And that's what I pretended. Like, I just worked my magic, okay? I'm just, like, in front of him, like, I was like, oh, dang, his card is literally in there. And I'm just, like, he's like, have whatever I want. And then he gave me that look in his eye. And I was just like, I knew he's in my waters. And that's when I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get this one. I'm just like, I'm like I wasn't being extra loud, but like I'm in front of him. I know what I'm doing. And I just hand it back to the manager. The manager's right there. I'm like, I know you can't ask in front of the manager either. So I'm definitely not asking at this point. Going with the flow. It's organically paying out. And I just hand this back to him. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't want to walk all the way back. I have to decide to get this one, I guess. If you can put this one back. And he takes it. And the guy was like, no, I'll get both of them for her. And I just, like, I knew he was going to do that. And I was like, yeah, I got it. Whoa. And he paid for both of them. So I still have money left. That's mine, period. Because I was literally trying to just, I was like, $2 extra. And I was asking, I asked like 3 ladies. I like got jewelry, beautiful jewelry pieces. You know, I really just need $2 extra. But I'm like, at this point, I make a wholesale, get the whole thing. And they were just like, all the excuses tonight from like 3 different women have been, oh, I don't use cash. At this point, I don't push it. I don't push a sell beyond when people are like, oh, I don't have cash. And then, like, I'm not like, this is salesmanship. I'm pretty much trying to sell you jewelry, right? And people are just, I hate it when people say that because it's a digital world. Let's not pretend like we can order groceries from our couch, you know, and pay on our card. They're like, oh, one lady was like, I really just wanted to tell her how beautiful she was. She had this beautiful jewelry on, and she was definitely giving like Southeast Asian vibes. Like maybe she was Arabic. I don't know. It was beautiful. And I wanted to say it the first time, but then I was just like, no, let me focus. And when I saw her again, I was like, I just have to compliment her. I just did. And then she's like, and I want to tell you look good in your green. She complimented me how good I looked in my green. And I tried to, again, insert a sell. And then she was just like, no. She's like, she didn't say no. She's like, I'm really a plastic girly. I don't have cash. And you see, when people say that, I don't push it further because I'm not here. Again, I'm going with the organic flow. So if you feel like there's no resonance for you, or you can like, because I've come across people who are like, you know what, I'll swipe my card if you don't mind, wait, or like, I'll meet you up there, or yeah, sure, I can swipe my card, and they'll put it like, or they'll walk up there and they'll finish their, like, people make a way when they want to make a way. And again, that goes back to organic alignment via frequency. When people are on the frequency, they don't align. Like, you see how this guy bought this for me? He's like, I'll just get it for you. You got whatever. He looked at me, so I can have whatever I want. He just told me you can put it up on the conveyor belt. He put the little thing in there to block he was just getting a bottle of wine. We're getting essentials. And I'm just like, no, I can carry it. I can hold them. You know, he's like, you can put them up there, my darling. Like, you can have whatever you want. And that's it, you know, directly aligning. And it's just it's just direct alignment. And he pulled it was like this egg-shaped a piece. He's like, yeah, and I have this. And I was like, I was thinking soda light, but then I was like, and then when he said lapis, I'm like, yeah, lapis lazuli. And I'm like, that would actually, and we were talking, and he continued talking after I got my bag, and I was just like, yeah, that actually would go well with the cowrie shell, like, because it's oceanic, watery, you know, energy, that lapis lazuli. And then I ended up talking to some other guy out the door, and I missed the lady. I went to her, she was beautiful, and I just this is a lesson for me to just keep following your heart. Like, sometimes it just seems like you're this giddy kid, and I'm just totally in that frequency of just childlikeness and just doing what I feel. Like, I will go around and tell everyone they're beautiful just because I'm feeling, I just love people. I'm just so happy because I got to go communicate with people. I've been in my shell, but anyways, that's my business. Okay. And I got my coconut water. I got both brands, 2 different brands. And this one has watermelon juice. This is coconut water with watermelon. Harmless Harvest is the best brand. And you see how it's pink? That's natural. I had to get off that other Vita brand. Sorry, Vita Loca, whatever it's called. It's not even a good brand with all them additives. And Pure Zinc is a good brand too. And I got both of them, and I still got to keep my funds, like my leftover shit, to get more shit. And yeah, I stay paid. Like, this is true to me, not new to me. And it's all about realigning with that frequency. And I've been talking about this for years, y'all, on my YouTube page. You know, subscribe to my channel, Auroraclegemz. My Instagram, everything's all Auroraclegemz. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to do a deep womb dive, then I do guide ceremony. I do. I need to own this shit. You can just, or auroraclegemz@gmail.com. And yeah, and then you can see how to spell it because it's going to be posted to my page. But yeah, y'all came through. You know what I'm saying? The oceanic waters. Sometimes it's just about literally circulating your frequency, and you will just get everything. So you have, it's, again, that's basically the base of that is living in authenticity. How authentic are you living? What are you going with what actually resonates with your soul? Because if you're not, then I feel like that's just not a part of your mission. Like, that's not a part of your mission if it's not where you're feeling like it's just it. it's not always going to be butterflies and rainbow. Like, this life is life. You know what I'm saying? Life is going to be like, period. But you feel aligned when you feel aligned not when everything's just perfect and everything exactly how you want it to be. That's not how it works. It's alignment when you feel like, I just know this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, this is just it for me, and it just resonates with my soul. Like, when it resonates with your soul, you know, there's going to be push and pulls of tribulations and obstacles in the human, you know, density. But like, when it's just like, this is where God placed me and I'm cool with it. Like, I'm cool with you. Like, for me, that's my energy work. I love doing my energy work. Sometimes you meet energies that are detrimental. Sometimes you might cry. Like, this is life. This is life. I'm willing to hold space for the energy transmutation. Not everybody, a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people avoid it. A lot of people are like, that's not for me. I'm just going to shadow block. And I'd rather just work 5 jobs. Like, some people want to do that. That's not for me. That's not for me. And also, my last disclaimer, hopefully you took for that what you took from that. Aphrodite, Venus, goddess, you're just literally everything, especially Black women, Black indigenous women, period. And even men, because they still have feminine energy. They come out of a woman. We are just designed to be this, but let's not pretend it's the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, Black women are the most, I mean, they're the cedars of all humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything goes through the Black woman. So, but I'm speaking to all women, period. Like, you are that divine source. It's about reconnecting with your womb power, reclaiming that ancient destiny. It's there. A lot of people just look past it and they step over. They're not fully tapped into their full potential. We all, regardless of race, color, background, humans, period, are capable of amazing things, period. But I do work for women. So, like, tap into your womb. Into that power. I mean, go hug a tree, talk to the tree. Like, be a fairy, be whimsical. Don't ever stop being that whimsical fairy. Don't listen to these people that are freaking boop, boop, beep, boop. That, y'all don't know my destiny. Oh my God. I'll be so tired of people trying to speak on what your destiny is and you don't even know. You don't hold my gate. You don't hold the keys to my greatness. You're literally just like, you're someone that's just like observing and you can have an opinion about it, but that you don't know. So yeah, that's that. And I want to leave it off with saying, yeah, tap into you tap into all of your power. Go where God tell you to go. Basically, it ain't always, and then people would get me with you don't know what voice, child, from one of my own family members be hearing this shit. You don't know the voice that's, it's not always a voice. Really, the essence of God, of spirit means breath, literally in Latin. Like, literally. So, like, you can literally, it's just the push and pull. That's why I talk about using your body as a pendulum, getting out of your mind, doing some ecstatic dance, doing some meridian tapping, some breath work, liquid fasting or fruit fasting, eating healthy. You're regulating the system. The system, you literally swing the pendulum. And literally, I swear, that's why, oh my goodness, there's so many, I don't want to make too many sidebars because this is leading into like the travel thing. Like, before I went on my little solo trip, I made sure I did my 3-day liquid fast. And then it just makes the pendulum swing clearer because I'm like, I'm out here, I'm solo, it's just me, you know. I keep my head on a swivel, like, when I'm solo traveling. I know I'm safe and protected. I make sure I'm prayed up, but, you know, and I'm prayed up, but I just, you know, as a woman, we do encounter weird shit with men. Like, it's just life. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You got to ignore them and keep it moving, you know, but just knowing your surroundings, again, the pendulum just swings clearer. You know, I highly recommend doing that. Especially, you're going to indulge anyway when you travel. So, you know, recommend that 3-day liquid fast before you catch that flight. You know, you're going out of the country. You want to go, you know you're going to indulge. Just might as well do that cute little cleanse before you go. Yeah. And that's for solo travel because it's like I go where spirit pull me, push me. And I just think it gets clearer when there's confidence. Like, the confidence. And that was one thing that I learned tonight. It's just like, I was like, I don't want to walk up to them. The more I started to get in my head about it, the more I started to doubt myself. And the more it started to look like it wasn't the truth. Like, nah, I got to a point where I was like, nah, they not, I don't be weird. Not being weird. Like, I literally created that thought form via doubting myself. The first pull was to go, follow your first mind. That's the magic. Magic 101, follow your first mind. That's where telepathic, psychic abilities start. The psychic abilities start with your first mind. First mind, that's most likely, that's 99.99999 this is the answer. So like that first pull, and this goes so deep. This goes into meeting people, and I talked about this on my YouTube page as well. How to know people are for you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get jitters and you feel awkward or you feel like disgusted, there's something there that's not in alignment. You have to drop that shit. You have to cut the cord. And I know, like for me, stumbling over my words, I mentioned this before, there's just something there. It could be, for me, it's always been evil eye. You know, if I'm just finding like I can't speak the English language, I'm not supposed to be talking to you. There's something there that's not in an energetic alignment. But yeah. Yeah, give yourself grace and stop doubting yourself, charisma, and whoever's watching this. Follow that first impulse. And for me, I think, you know what I think it is? I think I tone it down because I'm just so energetic and like I'm very much in that high vibration frequency of just pure love and adoration. I'll just go around and be like, oh my, just literally hyping everybody up, just showering everybody with love and compliments. Just because it's fun. Like, I just like, y'all are just fucking beautiful, bro. Do you know how powerful you are? And just the women, I just want to go tell them how beautiful they are. And I just be so flabbergasted. I gave my neighbor a gift once. I just like make a gift bag for her. And I just like, I don't even know who neighbor I'm giving it to. And I got so caught up. Again, don't get caught up in skin color sometimes. Because I was like, I want to go give it to a black woman. And da-da-da. And it didn't work out. And I ended up just walking up to she was a white woman, one of my neighbors, and the kids were playing and the kids were saying hey to me, and she was just like talking about her kids, and we were just kind of chatting, and I gave her a gift, and she was like shocked. She's like, I haven't received a gift in a long time. And that kind of gets me because she's married. And I'm like, okay, your husband needs to be getting you gifts. And I was like, yeah. She's like, thank you so much. She hugged me. And she's like, let me give you my number. This is community. She gave me her number, so I have her number in my phone. She actually be offering my babysit her kids. Shit. Get some money. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, she's like, if you need anything, just hit me up. And I have her number. Like, that's community. This is exchange. This is what it's about. This is humanity. And I've been like so in my fields about just like Black Americans. Just really it's been like reflective within my own family unit. But then I'm just like, I see this it's so prevalent in America. And it's just the disconnectedness of just walking past each other like we don't exist. And it's just like, I guess sometimes I do get weird, like people react a little weird when I'm just so open because they're not used to like keeping that child in tune throughout their adulthood. You know what I'm saying? They think they have to shut it down, and you can't be playful. Like, it's a serious environment. Don't be so freaking serious. If I want to run around playing hide and seek with my homie and we both grown, that's why I like teenage boys. I see the teenage boys, the boys in their early 20s, they're so playful. They don't care. Like when they're with the boys they're so funny. Like, they're so freaking funny. They're just with the boys, and they're just, like, running, like, they ain't no freaking PJs jumping around with like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like women, there's a certain standard where I just don't see the women. I don't see that. Women are just like, okay, I'm being a lady. I'm being cordial. I'm being a lady. But I see the boys, they just be doing whatever. They're just clubbing around. Like, what are y'all doing? They're so silly. And why can't we just be like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain professionalism that I see women with, or like this like quaintness. And I'm just like, we can play around like in the store too, like kids. Like, what? Anyways, the boys do it all the time. It's usually like 16 to 24. That's my age guess of like boys just being boys with the homies. And I love to see it. I really do. But yeah, that's my whole thing. I do have to cook. It's almost 10 o'clock. At this point, it might be moved to tomorrow. But then again, I was cooking at like 1 a.m. I was making ice cream at 1 a.m. the other day. This is why I like being by myself in my own home. They will be back. So I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this time that I have alone. This is my house. This is my house I own. And I shouldn't even be eating starch this late. I was going to do sweet potato. I got these purple... With these potato yams, the thing is, these are sweet potatoes. I got these purple sweet potatoes. I was gonna make fries, purple sweet potato fries. And then I got donuts, y'all, because I can do what I want. I can do what I want. And they're all mine. Like, they're for me, nobody else. Period. Because they'll be wanting to share their shit with me, but whatever. That's to get into my rant. Yeah. So just navigate using your pendulum. So for women, that's tapping into your pussy. Like, and I've learned you generate better when you're When you self-loving, when you're self-loving, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Like literally rub your punani, finger yourself, you know what I'm saying? Tap into her, caress your breast, stroke your breast, give yourself orgasms, you know what I'm saying? Like tapping into that energy. And not just that, you need to embody it as an artist, as a creative, especially as a dancer. I channel a lot of that sexual energy into my creativity. So be creative, be as weird as you want with your creativity. Throw blood on a canvas if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like be primal, like do your thing. And that's very important to generating this, well, manifesting, basically, shit. And sometimes it just brings you back into coherence within your mind. Sometimes you be tweaking off some shit and you wonder why you be tweaking, because you just probably need some dick. For real. You probably just need some loving, or like get the rose hyped up these days. I'm not into that stuff, but I'm, you know, people who are, you know, get whatever you need to do. At least stroke yourself, touch yourself, and really just beyond, like for real, some real shit, beyond stimulation, just literally putting your fingers in there and just doing a womb meditation. Like after massaging her with some oil, she will open up and talk to you. Like I swear, you guys, like she will speak to you. Like certain things she don't like, and she will let me know. Like when I'm stretching, when I'm in that zone of no mind, and I'm just in that movement meditation, she speaks to me like, girl, stop doing that. There's something that I need to stop doing. I'm gonna listen. But yeah, like don't do that no more, because I don't like that. And sometimes we overlook it, especially with all this day-to-day stuff, the 9 to 5, always have to work, especially if you're a mother or a single mother, and you're dealing with so many things. It takes up all the space in your mind, and you don't have the room to actually sit in the void, to sit in the nothingness, to be held in the womb, the infinite waters of creation, and realize you are that powerful, that you are that girl, and that the world is yours, the world is your oyster. And stroke that pearl. You see what I did? Yeah. And then you can actually get in tune with what I say, the pendulum. That's really guiding you, your magnet. That's, you know, helping you tap into quantum. Like this is beyond, like you're cut up. We're just the 9 to 5 cycle and go home and watch Netflix and binge watch. Like you're putting reels, you're just cluttering up everything. But if you do watch Netflix, the highest vibration is comedy, humor. You know, an animated film that's a comedy, bro, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hit the soul. You know what I'm saying? That's healing. But yeah, just be mindful what you let through your portal. Like I had to stop Stranger Things. I wanted to finish it. I was like, oh, they have the last season. But again, I had to like chill on that shit. And again, these art imitates life, and it's kind of triggering certain wounds, and I had to stop watching it. But I'm sure the actors are doing great. The main character, she's just so cute. She's so freaking cute. I don't know her name. Sorry, girl. Millie something Brown. She's just the cutest. Her British accent. Anyways, so freaking cute. But she can't use her British accent on the show. Yeah, but anyways, astrology. Get your astrological chart done, and then get your cartography chart done. Tap into that. At least look at it. Don't be open-minded. At least look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are influenced by the planets. Literally, every single day of the week that you're running off of is literally after, you know, Sunday, sun, moon, Monday, moon, Tuesday, Mars. Like, come on, tap into it. Tap into that power and manifest the life of your dreams. You can do it. Like, you don't have to submit to a false patriarchal system that's telling you to do this thing when you are a goddess, especially women. Like, they want to control the womb. They want to hijack it. They want to do all these things to us, against us. But you have to remember, you create your life. You create your world. What do you want? You can decide who the character, just your film. You're the star of your show. You're the main character. Who do you want to be, like, actors in your film? Who do you want to be like sidekicks? You know, who want to be your besties? Who do you want to sit at your table? Who do you want feasting on the food that you grown from scratch, from the void, literally prepared, homemade, baked, cooked with love, then served it up all on a plate? Who do you want to come sit at your freaking table? Not somebody who's not sowing the seeds with me. Not somebody who's not doing the internal work. Not somebody who's confronting all their darkest woes. Not somebody who is tapped into the higher frequency and willing to have an open heart no matter what. And willing to give without fear. And to take leaps without fear. Like, that's not how, no, that's not. You know, you're not about to have your hand in the pot when you didn't help It's definitely giving like, don't let people in who aren't willing to help with the garden, because then you want to come eat the food that the garden yields, and we're not doing that. So, you know, you get to choose all of these characters that you want to, you get to, you know, set the plot. You know, I'm like, you get to literally role play, and this is so fun. Like this, the world is just yours, and it's just so freaking fun when you finally get into that essence of who you actually are, and you get to drop the drama, the lower frequencies of just shame. Oh my gosh, that's the thing that got me personally on my journey, is the shame and the guilt and the fear. The shame is the shame, the guilt, and the fear that ate me the F up, and I was just so dedicated to people pleasing. And I think that I just, because it was just a lack of self-love, and it was just riddling me, and I just felt like I have to meet this quota because that's what love is, and it's not. You don't need that validation from them. But yeah, that's my message. I should have just went live with this shit, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna be going live more because I should. I only have like 2 lives on my, no, like 1. I have 1 live. That's, girl, what? And I've been making videos for like a few years. Because I always forget that YouTube does lives, but I want to, and maybe on Instagram. I don't know. I just feel like YouTube for more serious topics. That's just me. I feel like the quality is better too. But yeah, so stay powered in yourself. You know, I want to go live. I really do. I don't know. I kind of should I talk more? And I don't think I'm cooking tonight because I feel like I might be lying. I might meal prep because it's already 10. I don't mind cooking late. It's just the fact that eating late, I'm probably not about to eat a burger this late. Oh yeah, so I was about to make vegan burgers. I got chickpeas, black beans, and mushroom. The mushrooms are in the freezer because I didn't want them to go bad, so I just put them in the freezer. Cleaned them, put them in the freezer. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with frozen mushrooms because you know how mushrooms are. They create so much their own liquid that I don't want it to be. Actually, it might just be perfect if I defrost them, probably steam them, throw them on there. It actually might just be perfect because you have to add a little bit of like oil anyways to the burger because you still need a binder when it comes to burgers. So that could be flour. Flours, well, Google says when I looked up a recipe, they used flour to kind of bind it a little bit. Oh, if I had plantain flour, that would hit so good, but we have regular flour, so use that as like a binder. And I do have flaxseed. I don't know how flax is going to work on a burger. Oh, flax egg, because typically, like when my mom would make her like turkey burgers, she would use egg as the binder. So I'm thinking with vegan burgers, the flax egg actually would work. So yeah. And then I was gonna do, of course, I have 2 purple sweet potato fries with mushroom black bean burgers, and that shit gonna hit when I tell you, on avocado oil, fried in some avocado oil. Yeah, and I got my donuts and my ice cream for dessert. Got my Haagen-Dazs. Yeah, that's the best brand, Haagen-Dazs. I was trying to do vegan. I really tried. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the vegan ice cream. I usually love So Delicious, but tasting it, I don't know. After I was fasting a little bit, I'm like, my taste buds was just like not feeling it. Like I can taste the soy when they put soy in there. I hate soy. And I can taste like, unless it's soy sauce. Soy sauce is good in soup. But anyways, like I just can taste the additives, like all of the things that they're trying to like give it, that mammal's milk just gives it. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to try goat milk. I did try goat milk soap, which is really, really nice. Super good for the skin. So that's why I'm just like, I'm not even about to claim myself as, oh, I'm vegan or I'm this or I'm that and I'm multidimensional. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those are what I was going to make because I am off meat right now. So like, I just can't do it. And I just can't do it right now. But I guess when I say I can, right? Again, when following my pendulum, whatever the goddess say put on an altar is what I do, what I put on the altar. But yeah, so yeah, and that's what I was saying. Haagen-Dazs is the best brand, the best non-vegan brand. I'm gonna say that. So Delicious. I was rooting for y'all. I really was rooting for you. We was all rooting for you. But I just like making my own ice cream from scratch because I say nice cream because I don't use dairy. Like, it's different. See, it's the mind. Like, if I go into the store, I'm buying something off the shelf. I just buy it off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not actively going to look for dairy and bring it into my house and then put it into my ingredients. I'm not doing that. You see, like, what the heck? Yeah, it'd be cool to just produce my own milk and make ice cream. Yeah. But anyways, like I was saying, I still rep Haagen-Dazs because when I get that vanilla bean, there's literally like 4 ingredients. They do put eggs in there. It's egg, but I usually have an aversion to egg, but I don't be tasting it when I eat Haagen-Dazs. So it is what it is. It's just egg, skim milk, cane sugar. I love the fact they use cane sugar and not white sugar. But anyways, it was buy one, get one. So I got 2 different flavors. I think I got the white chocolate. Yeah, I got the white chocolate raspberry truffle, which is so good. Yeah, and I got these Hawaiian rolls. I got 2 of these. It was buy one, get one free. Yeah, so I'm just gonna make sliders. Oh, I'm thinking I'm making whole burgers. I'm making sliders. So I got 2 of these. Yeah. And that shit gonna hit so good. And I feel like my brother's expecting it. I told him I was gonna cook, but he's not getting home till super late. I at least want to prep something for him so he can have what I said. I'm not falling back on my word. You know, I'm doing what I'm saying. He gonna love these sweet potato fries. These purple sweet potato fries. Ooh, because why is it so good? Everything purple just tastes better. When it comes to carrots, the purple carrots taste sweeter. The purple potatoes taste sweeter. Oh my gosh, and I love beets. Oh my God. Beet chips would be so good. I love beets. Beets are delicious, okay? Argue with it about your mama if you don't agree. Anyways, I don't know, how could you not like beets? But anyways, radish pie. I feel like radish pie, that sounds so Jamaican. Like, I feel like that might be a Jamaican thing. I don't know, I could be wrong. I know it's popular in some cultures. I want to try it. And do y'all know radishes and beets are not in the same family? Can you believe it? Dude, it's definitely giving Black Americans and Nigerians. Sometimes you can't even tell the difference. Like Nigerians and Ghanaians and then Black Americans. And I be watching the little videos. I like watching the little videos of like cultures compete, or they try each other's jollof, or grandmothers try each other's soul food. I love those channels. I just like watching the videos. I like it when they have like the different cultures, like guess who's African American or guess who's you know, Nigerian, and they have to guess, and you don't know unless they have an accent. I'm like, wow, I was wrong on some of them. Like, y'all just look very similar. So that's what radishes and beets are giving. You think they're part of the same family, and they're not. I think radish is a part, if I can remember, is part of the collard family, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct? The collard or the, yeah, I think I'm correct. Because the greens that grow out of the top of it, that is a part, that's the family that it's a part of, not the actual, what the root looks like. Isn't that so crazy? But beets are a part of beets are in the same circle as like what you would expect. I can't think of I need to get my science right on these roots and herbs. But anyways, yeah, have a blissful night. Stay bodied. I want to keep talking. I might do a live soon. It might be a feature. It might be a collab. Who knows? I don't know what the universe has in store. I'm so cute. But yeah, stay bodied in your breath and your bliss. Dang, it's just crazy how I want to keep talking. I should have went live. But should I just push it to an hour? I think 40 minutes is good. So I'm going to cuff it here. Cuff it here. Cuff it. Whatever B was saying. I don't listen to that individual. I try not to. Oh, we're not going to get into that. That's a whole nother topic. And then I have to wrap my head. But anyways, yeah, stay bodied in your breath and in your bliss. DM me, message me, comment. Because I don't know where I'm uploading this. Probably just I might do both apps. I don't know. So DM me, message me, comment, or email me at Auroraclegemz@gmail.com. Everything's Auroraclegemz. The email, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, all of it's the same, so y'all not confused. And I do deep womb dives. If you're really trying to tap in, let's tap in. Yeah, I would offer my readings, oracle readings, but I just say I do deep dives because we're not doing a surface level reading that's stroke your ego, but you're not willing to do the soul work. We're not doing the deeper work. But yeah, so Ciao. You are loved. Yeah, yeah. You are loved. Whoa. Yeah.